We are always very impressed with how humans handle the amount of darkness that you encounter throughout your lives. You experience the darkness, the heaviness, the weight of existence there on Earth in many different ways. And most of you hang in there and endure so much without even having the proper tools to alleviate the pain of carrying that darkness. You all should be very impressed by yourselves. You can all pat yourselves on the back, and you can look at others as well, differently, knowing that they too took on a lot in this lifetime. Everyone has their cross to bear. Everyone is working through some very heavy stuff from their genetic line, from their childhood, from their past lives. Our entire universe is on a trajectory for great change. Your planet is an active pivotal point for this shifting consciousness that is predestined to take place across the entire universe. Giant ripples arising from the central magnetic core of Earth will begin to emanate across the universe at the end of this calendar month as your Earth plane begins to embody a higher consciousness network. Love flows, love heals, and love is everywhere. Anyone who chooses love becomes the designer of their life, and everything rebuilds itself. To live love in a loveless world means to withdraw from the world, means to step out of the matrix, means to live according to the divine and not the earthly laws. Your life changes radically as soon as you radically choose the path of love. This means that you claim all your power by saying goodbye to everything that suggests your own powerlessness. This means embarking on one's own transformation and clarifying one's own imperfect matters. Love can be lived by those who have worked their way through to their own self and who have seen their own unrestricted beauty. You will first indeed gather around you your guardian angel and the ascended masters of your own soul group. And thus you will discuss why you choose to incarnate here, and indeed whatever you need to bring to humanity and planet Earth, as well as the soul lessons in highest mastery you wish to gain. At this momentous time, when your soul indeed knew that the new Earth would be born and the new golden age, and the old Earth would cease to exist, many of your own soul group decided to incarnate with you. These are your true soul brother and sister, and indeed they often incarnated with you to fulfill a specific calling, and thus indeed often were part of the group's soul incarnation. You will often find such group incarnations in those who form the base of the mystery schools, as well as certain groupings of esoteric knowledge. And everyone there on Earth right now should be celebrated just for being there and being willing to wade through all of the muck that was there before you were even born into this lifetime. Now, you all who are awake, who are members of what we call the Awakened Collective, you are the light bringers, the light workers. You are the ones who do have the tools and do have the knowledge and can lead by example and show others how it's done. Many of you tried the other methods first. You tried drowning the pain, the darkness. You tried avoiding, pushing it down, denying its very existence, and none of that works. And as awakened souls, you now know that, and you can move forward with the truth that you hold within you, that all of this stuff needs to be accepted, embraced, processed, and ultimately released to allow more of the light in. The high-frequency energies that are upon you right now are helping you to purge all of it. But it helps to have an awareness of what is happening when you are in the midst of one of these purges. These ripples will create a strong vibrational current pulsing within the planet, birthing an expanded alignment between the Earth and the Sun. The Sun's path around the planet is designed to shift, increasing the impact that the solar flares have on your Earth plane. An expansive arena of the multidimensional alternate reality spaces will begin to reopen. These sacred spaces will blend throughout the planet as a natural phenomenon. The blending of these spaces on Earth will bring about an accelerated alignment of consciousness, clarity of truth to those of you on an awakened path. Be still and realign through your heart. Take moments throughout the day to achieve this simple action of returning to that, which is the doorway realigning you back to clarity, truth. These moments will accumulate, reopening doorways to create a rapid change of transmutation. This is an imperative conscious choice for those of you who are dedicated to the mission of playing an essential role in the shifting consciousness of Earth. There are two types: those who claim to be in love and those who are actually in love. The difference is that the former flee from unredeemed reality into the illusion of love, and that the latter have mastered the unbearable aspects of earthly reality, and are creating a new reality for themselves on the foundation of self-knowledge, the reality of love. Whoever transforms his lack into abundance, who has healed his pain, and who has let the light into every corner of his soul, is empowered by love. Are you looking for love? Find it in yourself. Are you looking for the light? Find it within yourself. Overcome your fears, remove the big and small obstacles, penetrate your being and see yourself. Everything is made of love. Remember what you came from and why your spirit took form. Composed of light, you are love. When Atlantis fell and many of these souls being persecuted in other lifetimes, it was agreed that the knowledge would henceforth be stored fully in the soul itself, and not written down in books, etc. Thus, the soul would access its own soul memory bank and that of the monad and the divine source, and thus bring this information, knowledge and wisdom to the planet Earth, at this time in its purest and uncontaminated forms. Thus a mass awakening of souls is occurring, who now remember the truth of who and what they in truth are, and bringing this back to humanity. If you belong to any of these groupings, then you will find that certain names, certain places, certain sacred sites, certain books or teachings will trigger your soul memory banks. For me, this has always been when I asked questions, and books would literally fall off the library shelves and open by itself, and the answers would just jump out at me. Thus I have learned to always ask the divine and my higher guides, and the answers would come when I was ready to receive such. Now, I simply ask, and the answers will just be transmitted through me and my soul, or I will be led to the answers. And my soul will resonate at the deepest levels with the information given. The Divine Mother will provide me directly with answers. Letting go of darkness feels good after it's done, but during the process it can be a harrowing, unpleasant experience, to say the least. And so, again, you have to be gentle with yourselves and others because of how much you know you all took on. If someone is being mean or rude to you, remember the weight that they carry and know that they are having a particularly bad time. Not everyone knows what to do when they have fear, sadness, anger, anxiety, frustration, and all of the other negative emotions stirring around inside of them. But again, you as the awakened collective do know what to do, and every time you face the darkness, allow it to be what it is and even embrace it. You show others how it's done, and you add something to the collective consciousness that is for the betterment of all. It is true that you are doing this because we witness it all the time. And we see the effects you are having on the collective that is humanity and the collective that is this universe, and we know that you will continue to do so. Because it is the only way, and because of our little reminder here. That's what we give you most of the time. We give you reminders so that you can focus in such a way that you know what to do when something comes up. You release that forgetting mode that you sometimes get stuck in, along with the rest of humanity. And we see you all making the choice for the light over and over again. And that is something else to be very proud of as a human being living on Earth at this time. Each time you consciously align to your heart, there is an energetic shift within the entire planet because you are forging a powerful path for others to follow. Remember, you are a way shower. This has always been going to be part of the role that you are destined to play. Simple actions by you that create vast shifts on the planet while simultaneously creating a sacred momentum of a returning within you. This is the time for you to self-launch by beginning to activate a higher vibrational light within your heart. To achieve this, each time you align, anchor the words, "I am powered." These words anchor the truth of your own divine heritage. The words naturally activate a quickening through your heart cells, which transmits a calling of truth to all cells in your physical body. Your cells begin to wake up. They carry your divine frequency of light. The words, "I am," automatically radiates out your unique heart pulse throughout the entire universal arena. This is how Earth starts to become a pivotal point for universal change. This changing elemental begins with you. Between your collective heart frequencies, a pure frequency of truth is interwoven throughout our resident universe with your unique heart frequency. Each one of you is powerful in your own right. You carry within your heart a unique divine component that does not exist within any other living frequency within the entire universe. An aspect of your mission is to begin to unleash the living frequency within your heart. The timeline is now to begin this process. Collectively, those of you in human bodies hold the power for this complete universal shift. The whole of creation, and your soul is indeed like a cosmic resonance detector. The highest truth for your soul will always resonate deeply within you. You will recognize the truth, and you will resonate with the truth as your soul will remember. I've always known that I have a deep connection with the mystery schools. And thus throughout my life, apart from what has been directly given to me, I have found comes to me in deep resonance. Thus the Cathar teachings, the Essences teachings, and indeed others, have triggered my soul memory banks, and even what was before they were on earth. For divine truth has always been held in tiny pockets of light workers on earth since its fall. Because of severe persecutions, so much has been lost, but indeed has never been lost, but is held within my soul, yours and others who have held such. This is why the inner teachings were always held within the inner groupings, and thus held to be so sacred, that one first had to go through initiation and purifications before once was allowed to access such teachings. It was not to withhold, but indeed it has to do with the soul's readiness to receive such information, and indeed to become it, from the depths of the heart and soul and all of one's being. Know that you as a planet are on track for this happening to take place. All is in hand and the entire universe is working as a team to assist Earth. Only those of you in human form can take these essential steps into self-empowerment through the heart. These steps open your potential to work within the many sacred geometrical forms within the Earth plane for a further transmutation of your planet. Your natural heritage comes from individual star families in this universe. Each one of you has a family of origin off-planet, and your multidimensional heart carries the sacred lineage energy of your family of origin. As you choose to engage through the awakening of your heart, you begin to activate the natural alignment back to your family of origin off-planet. Know that an aspect of your higher self-intelligence arises from your star family aspect. You have a sacred origin to utilize in this lifetime at this juncture. The aspect of your star family signature is more highly evolved than your human self. As you realign to your star family frequency, you begin to align to the higher gifts of consciousness that have always been yours by birthright. The original design was that you are to begin to utilize these higher gifts of consciousness in this lifetime to assist you in creating the energies necessary to support the transition of Earth and all of humanity. Your star family is here to assist you. There are pre-agreements made to be utilized and fulfilled now. All interaction with your star family is done through telepathic communion. And this communion can only be received by you through your heart. Your heart is linked fully into your telepathic center and pineal. This is part of your multidimensional functioning of your sacred system.